The big news of the week was, of course, this.
The Chancellor unveils the biggest tax cuts in half a century in a radical bid to kickstart growth.
Tax cut after tax cut after tax cut.
Unfortunately, those tax cuts were for people who were already fucking minted.
High earners, especially those on more than $150,000 a year, will benefit the most.
You're not going to like this package if you care more about the poor.
The rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer.
Damn right, this was the biggest piss take.
The cap on bankers' bonuses, which had limited them to twice someone's annual salary, is also being axed.
Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Let's fix the economy by giving more money to the people who broke it in the first place. Giving them more money makes as much sense as putting these two in charge of NHS queues. It's crazy. I mean, tell me how this is fair.
Someone on £20,000 a year salary will gain £157. Someone earning £200,000 a year will gain £5,220. Someone on £1 million a year will be £55,000 better off.
55 grand, that's nearly twice a nurse's salary. We weren't clapping Barclays during the pandemic. You don't see BBC reporters at Canary Wharf, things have got so bad for the stockbrokers. I'm told they're only having 2 skiing holidays a year. Millionaires don't need help. They aren't fixing dents in their cars like this. It's a joke. The cost of living crisis is affecting millions.
People are just struggling all over. It's just not fair.
What's going to happen after the 6 months? What's going to happen after 3 months?
It needs addressing by the government urgently.
Electricity has gone up 54%, petrol's gone up 32%, cheese is so expensive it's being locked in security boxes. It's so desperate, these guys have joined OnlyFans. We've actually had to crop that image, because if you look closely, Gromit's tugging him off. Cracking knob cheese. Anyway, we may even lose one of the best things about this country.
Pub bosses fear a wave of closures across the UK because of skyrocketing energy prices.
We can't lose pubs. The country's broken. Now is not the time to get sober. We need pubs. I mean, sure, sometimes they get a bit too raucous. Due to physical violence, shit-faced Mondays have been cancelled. But pubs are special. I mean, where else can you witness sporting events like this?
Hands in the middle, yeah.
Do you know that pub's actually called the Bunch of Grapes? It's exhausting. All we've heard this week is this.
What is trickle-down economics?
Trickle-down economics.
Trickle-down economics. Trickle-down economics.
Trickle-down.
Is this going to work?
No. Trickle-down economics doesn't work. This is what they say happens. This rich person gets a tax cut. He then spends that money on things he needs, like watches, champagne, cars, cleaners, restaurants, maybe a pet ostrich. The money trickles down and everyone's minted. But this is the truth. The rich person gets more money but already has everything he needs, so nothing trickles down, the rich get richer and everyone else gets nothing, except the ostrich, who gets a monocle. A study of 50 years of data from 18 countries found that trickle-down tax cuts make the rich richer but are of no value to overall economy. What they do is they blind people with language. The wealth will trickle, dribble, flow, seep, ooze. It doesn't. It moves less than my cousin on ketamine. If we're giving bankers more money, the only people that will benefit are coke dealers, the Cayman Isles, and people that make wanky socks. Right? Also, the budget was designed to kickstart the economy and make the pound a world-beating currency. So how did that go?
We haven't seen anything like this in 50 years.
The value of the pound has fallen to a record low against the dollar.
Lowest level.
The new all-time low. I cannot remember another budget that has gone down as badly as this one.
They fucked it, man. The pound was at the lowest point ever. I haven't seen a tumble that severe since this. Oh, dear. Mind you, did you see how many of Liz Truss's policies got binned?
And it's basically, that's kept, gone, 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 that's kept, gone, 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 gone. Right?
All that's left is her name. And because of her calamitous budget, everything is going to get worse. And it's going to cost us more. Listen to what Jeremy Hunt said.
This government will take the difficult decisions necessary to ensure there is trust and confidence in our national finances. That means decisions of eye-watering difficulty.
Our eyes are going to water, and some people are already crying. More than 1 in 7 households are skipping meals. 1 in 7. And what makes it worse? Some Tory councillors are opening food banks like it's a cause for celebration. Look at their faces! Hooray! It's insane. You cheer a goal, you cheer a pint being dropped. You don't cheer people who are queuing for help. Can it get worse? Yes, it can. That same Tory councillor tucked into a cherry Bakewell buffet at the food bank. He helped himself at a food bank. Think that through. Just, oh, no, no. Well, I know they're starving, but nom, nom, nom. What did he play from his car as he left? Did somebody say, just me? It's unbelievable. And here's the biggest piss take. Whilst millions of people are using food banks, we are still subsidising politicians' dinners. Taxpayers charge 17 million for MPs' meals. And as if that isn't bad enough, they're bitching about it. Members of the House of Lords have complained about the quality of food and wine served in Parliament. Listen to this. This will blow your minds. One peer grumbled, there are only so many smoked salmon or prawn and crayfish salads one can take. If I have to endure another nutritionally balanced meal that costs me fuck all, I shall vomit on my butler. Where is my Marcus Rashford? Where is he? It's not just food, man. According to these privileged old fudders, both the Chardonnay and the Sauvignon Blanc are really poor quality. Can something be done? Yeah! Pay for your own fucking wine! Another week of Liz Truss, another disaster.
Rolling power blackouts could hit Britain this winter if the energy crisis escalates.
Households and businesses may be cut off for up to 3 hours at a time.
3 hours? Liz Truss has actually taken us back to the Dark Ages. She said she was going to make the country great. Now we've got pensioners eating cold beans and teenagers wanking by candlelight. 3-hour blackouts. What are we going to do? We won't have the internet. We'll miss vital news, like a goat called Pablo singing in a church. Do you know the maddest thing? Look when the blackouts are going to happen. Between 4 and 7 p.m. That's during pointless. There'll be grannies in the street like this. I think this guy puts it best.
What do you think of Liz Truss's government so far? Hopeless? I don't know, because I'm not allowed to swear. Yeah, I'd swear. I fucking shite.
Exactly. Shite. And yet, unbelievably, Liz Truss did a speech where she walked onto this music. Presumably, she went on to that because M people never wrote the song I'm Mad and Crap. To be honest, if she wanted to win over the nation, she should have used this guy. Did you watch her speech? I might be wrong. I think there was a hidden message.
I'm going to talk about growth, 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 and growth.
Just saying a word doesn't make it happen. You could say fly to a penguin, it's still going to waddle. My brother could shout blowjob at Beyonce. It ain't happening. But what got me, did you see what Liz was trying to grow?
We need to grow the pie so that everyone gets a bigger slice.
You can't grow a pie. Because it's a pie! You don't see farmers digging up steak bakes. I've never seen a tree full of pasties. If I saw my mum watering a chicken and mushroom, I'd put her in a home. And when Liz wasn't banging on about pies, she spent most of her speech looking off to the side like a confused meerkat.
Including those who threaten our way of life. And it means the parts of our country that I really care about falling even further behind.
The internet was obsessed. What was she looking at? Well, tonight, I can finally reveal the truth.
It means our country falling behind other countries, including those who threaten our way of life. And it means the parts of our country that I really care about falling even further behind.